Doing Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, heavyweight contender David Haye, one of my favorites. He split ways with his trainer Shane McGuigan. It's mutual. They want to go both in a different direction. Shane McGuigan wanted him to retire, right? And Shane McGuigan is a trainer over there in Britain who is wise behind his beyond his years a little bit. I don't think the man is even 30 yet. He's trained a lot of people, Carl Frampton among others, and a few others. Um, this guy's a pretty good trainer, and he trained him for David Haye for that Bellew fight. Well, I think Shane McGuigan is looking at it like this. Man, you had reconstructive shoulder surgery, right? Talking about you probably wouldn't be able to ever throw a punch again. And he came back from that. Now you have a torn Achilles right now, and he's trying to come back from that. Not to mention the times that David Haye has had to call fights off because of various injuries, right? So I think Shane McGuigan is just thinking, David Haye is not a big heavyweight to begin with. He's going to keep hitting these big old guys, right? And his body is trying to give him signs of probably leave that alone. And I think that's what Shane McGuigan is saying. Plus, leave well alone. You're pretty good heavyweight. Your legacy's pretty much intact. You haven't taken much punishment. Probably need to leave it alone. You're still about 36 years old, David Haye. Go ahead and call it a day. That's not a bad point of view. Like I said, Shane McGuigan is wise behind his years. So I don't really know who's right here. But I do say Shane McGuigan is definitely not wrong. Now, David Haye, I've been following him for years. I think he's one of the better fighters out there, period. Right? And cruiserweight, he showed that, dominated, came up to heavyweight, and did some damage, being smaller than these guys. But you're going to continue to fight big guys because the heavyweights have turned into super heavyweights. Normal throughout the history of the game, I think David Haye would have fought anybody good, but these guys are real huge, right? So I think David Haye, we know he doesn't take much punishment. He has incredible, impeccable upper body movement, and when he hits you, his accuracy is ridiculously awesome, right? Footwork is great, all those good things. But at the end of the day, you get 36, and those fighters, when reflexes is what your strength is, you're gonna have a problem at some point, right? And yeah, I think his body is not gonna be able to take all this punishment from these big, big guys, even when you hit them. So I think David Haye was trying to carry some more weight, which is going to probably give him more stamina issues, which that has been his issue throughout his career, is stamina. Although a few fights he did show he can go 12 rounds often too. But fight that he did lost against Thompson, he gassed out basically. And so when it comes to David Haye, you don't really know what's the right thing. But like I say, David Haye wanted to quit at 30 years old. So he is hanging around. I think he just feels, man, these guys are not better than me. He knows that even the upper echelon of the heavyweight division, a healthy David Haye can hang with all of these guys, right? And you want to boil down to this. Sometimes it's money. A rematch with Tony Bellew, I'm pretty sure Haye's going to make 5 million or more. So if somebody's offering you 5 million to train for something, you probably would too. But let's see how this is going forward. I don't like the fact that he's changing trainers, right, so much at this point, but it happens to all of them. I wish him well, and as a boxing fan, I'm watching David Haye versus anybody. I'm watching David Haye versus anybody, and I'm not having David Haye as an underdog against anybody if he's healthy. All the heavyweights, all of them. So I would like to see him get healthy and maybe fight on in a couple of years. But we're gonna have to be leery of that body. It tells you when it's time. So at some point you might want to listen before something crazy happens. But this was bad news for me personally. I think it was probably bad news period. But you never know with David Haye. Let's just see what happens going forward. I will let you guys know. Doing Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.